1, 2, 3. Hi guys, and welcome back to La Lucha is Real podcast. I am your host, Angel.
And I am Edith.
And happy March, guys.
Oh my God, it's my birthday month. It's my birthday month.
What do you want for your birthday?
Damn. We got quiet real quick. We're like...
I was trying to remember the lyrics to that one song, the birthday song.
Which one?
All I want for my birthday is a big booty.
We're so dumb.
Okay. Well, we did say Happy March last episode, but that was just like a Friday special.
Yes.
But Happy March, guys. I cannot believe we're in March already.
I know.
Like, this year is just boom, boom, boom.
I feel like it just... Like, New Year's was literally yesterday, bro.
You know, when you think about it, once we're through March, we're already a quarter of the way through the year.
Damn.
If you really think about it, we're a quarter of the way through the year once we get through March. And it's just like, it puts things into perspective, because then you're like, crap, like you think about your goals and then you're like,
no he hecho nada, man. You're like, ¿dónde están los vision boards? No los vean, que bueno, por eso no los tenemos aquí.
I started thinking like, damn, nowhere near close to my goals. Hey, nosotros acá diciéndole a nuestras amigas like,
oh yeah, let's fucking do it.
This is gonna be the year of no excuses.
Excuses.
But you know what? I feel like
actually we haven't been doing that bad though.
We have not been doing that bad. Okay, like we've been going to the gym.
Yes.
Okay, I've been eating better.
Me too.
I've
with the exception of McDonald's today. Yeah, definitely.
It's like I've been eating better, okay, but I haven't been reading that much.
Eso lo que a mí también, like, you know how I had the goal of like 2 books a month? Yeah, that shit ain't happening.
Girl, I had a goal of 5 books and I'm nowhere near. But it's because like I was such an avid reader, pero porque no teníamos el potty. And like honestly, like
that makes sense.
I wanna like just put this out there, like we put 1 episode a week, but like it's a lot of work.
It's like literally like having another job.
It's like having another job, and I didn't realize that going into this.
No, I didn't. I thought I was like, we're gonna film, we'll edit real quick. Yeah, no, bro, that shit takes. Not only does filming is one day, editing is another day. And then the research we have to put, like, to find out more topics to talk about, to like find out what to post.
Honestly, just like, even I don't know about you, but even when I'm on like TikTok, it's not even for entertainment.
Oh yeah, Angel be sending all these sounds, bro. I'm like, oh shit.
I have to go see what's trending, because I pay attention to that stuff, because like I feel like we were kind of in a stuck place with our TikTok. And like obviously a part of like growing the podcast is getting it in front of people's eyes.
Yes.
Like just kind of capturing their attention, because we now live in a generation where if you don't capture my attention like that, like I'm moving on.
So we were like, okay, so we started off really good. And then
we started off really well.
Yes, with our first TikTok that went viral. And then the other ones kind of like, it was just, the views weren't.
It wasn't it.
So we're just like, okay, we keep on putting out the same content. We know it's not working. We got to switch it up. So that's literally what we've been doing this whole, I think these last couple of weeks, right?
Yeah. Just where we even went a whole week.
Spitting out different.
We went a whole week without even posting anything. Because at first we were like, are we shadow banned? But then I was like, I don't think so. We did that one thing to see, and it was pushing it out to the For You page, but it just wasn't hitting.
Yeah, because we do experiments where we'll put something on the potty and then we'll put it on our personal TikToks too.
Yeah, and it like hits.
Yes.
It hits on our personals, and we're like, okay, so clearly algo está pasando. So I honestly, like when I'm on TikTok now, it's not even for enjoyment. It's like I'm like researching. I'm like trying to see what's trending, what's hitting. I'm not over here stealing ideas from people or copying or anything, but I'm like... Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not out here stealing people's ideas or copying them. I mean, we do live in a generation now of duplication, which cool, and it helps, you know, like it helps.
Yeah.
But I want to see what's trending, and I want to see how I can like take what's trending and the content that's already been created and turn it into ours.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we want the potty to like go to like new viewers, que lo miren.
Yeah.
To put it out there. It's not so much of the TikTok itself.
Yeah.
It's just para que conozca nuestro podcast. Like, you know, like we go get like more listeners and everything like that. So.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm on, like, I be sending all these like sound like TikToks and like sending the sounds, and of course I always hit like and save for the person, and I'll even repost it too, because like obviously I want to give them, I want to show them the love, you know, like I loved the sound that you use, the content that you created. I loved it, but like I take the sound, I still save the sound because I'm like, okay, we could use this.
Hey, she has a whole list of things that we could use. And it's funny because I like, for me, like I don't know, like I'm more so like when I go on TikTok, like it's not so much for entertainment purposes, because I feel like, you know, I told you I did the whole like Latina train and everything like that. So I mostly go on TikTok to like see all these posts from all these girls like that I follow that are Latina like content creators, and go like show them support. That's mainly what I go for.
I love that.
Yeah, I go to show them support, even if I just like their TikTok, that means I'm in a hurry and I don't have like, I'm just kind of like, you know, pasando el tiempo poquito, like I'm in between like a break or something like that. But usually I try my best to like, comment, and then repost. Yeah. Because like, I gotta support.
Yeah, and sometimes when I'm on my personal too, like I see even some of our followers, like even some of our amigas who like tune into the podcast, like I see you guys on there. Sometimes I'll be liking, you know, favoriting or commenting, like pumping you guys up because you guys pump us up. Yeah. And like that's what it's about, like.
It's like giving back.
Giving back, you know, like being a girl's girl, reciprocating the love.
Latinas supporting Latinas.
Yeah, so. I love that. Girl, have you noticed like what's been trending though too on like, I don't know if it's been on your For You page, but like, have you heard about the Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber?
Oh my god, bro.
The fucking drama? I'm like, wait, what is going on? What did I miss?
Es que también tienen, you see, at first when I started seeing it, I was like, why are they bringing shit from the past? Because you know how they've been having
the beef.
Shit.
They've been cordial, okay? Like, nothing has really popped off.
But it's still, there's been drama. Like,
yeah, but you know what? Have you noticed that it's kind of like
rumors or whatever?
I think it was like the fans also pitting each other against each other. Yeah. And like one thing too, it's like some people were such big Jelena fans que cuando se separaron, like it was like holy crap, end of the world type of thing. And now then he got with Hailey. And it was like everybody kept comparing her to Selena. It was like,
but it's because he got with Hailey and married Hailey
like
2 months
like that. Así de rápido.
He broke up with Selena, I think.
Yeah, that was.
No, don't quote me, guys.
But that was kind of some out of pocket shit though. Like, how do you get out of a long-term relationship? And then all of a sudden you're already in like dating somebody else? Like something had happened. Something was there. Because como like you jump into something that's
what I think. For me, it's like okay, you were in a long-term relationship with this person, and literally in 2 months you get engaged or married to another. Like that's out of my mind. Like how does that happen?
Yeah,
algo tenía que, like, they swear that they didn't cheat or anything like that. They didn't play her, but I'm just like.
No me cabe en la cabeza.
How that fast? Like I don't know.
But like the whole shading thing, like. I don't know. How did you take it? Like, cause like, right, like, well, okay, so I think this is what happened based off of what I've seen. Like, Selena's photo went viral about her body or whatever. Like, she was in a bikini, which is stupid. Like, why are we like body shaming people? Like, why is that something like?
I don't even know.
And like, I don't think that people understand that like she has a disease. Like, what does she have? Like lupus, right? Yeah.
But even then, why are you going out of your way to body shame?
Yeah, and like the medication, and that's something that she's probably already insecure, or I don't want to say she's insecure about it, but like I'm sure that that's something that constantly gets pointed out to her
as a celebrity. So.
And I feel like that shit would just annoy the fuck out of me if somebody kept like throwing that at me, you know, like throwing it at. And she takes medication that like you don't know how her body's reacting to. It's not that she's like not taking care of herself. It's, you know, like you don't know. But
first of all, it's none of your business what other person's body is like. That's my thing. Like, you either like the comment, like the post, and keep on going on with your day. Like, or don't like it if you don't want to. But why are you gonna leave nasty comments or anything like that? Or like fucking say shit. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Or like sometimes I think like when people say like they're like rude ass comments or like they're out of pocket comments or whatever, I'd be like, do you feel better about yourself after that? Like,
exactly.
Que te ganaste? Like,
oh, damn you, jinx. Give me a soda or a shot. But yeah, que se ganan con eso? Like,
I don't know.
Does that make you like better? I don't understand. Like
what did you get out of it? I don't know. No entiendo yo, no entendéis.
Gente amargada, la verdad.
Yeah, but like okay, but then like that Hailey video came out. Mm-hmm. What did like? Did you take it like it was about Selena?
Low key.
You did?
Like, well, it's because I didn't see it all. Keep in mind, I've only seen TikToks of the stuff.
Okay, same. Okay,
okay,
yo también, same.
I've only seen TikToks of the stuff, so it's like I don't know like the full
tea.
Yeah, the full tea of it. So.
Well, like, did you see her video that she made with la Jenner sister?
La Kylie?
No, it was la Kendall.
La Kendall?
Mm-hmm. Bad Bunny's bitch. Hey, you don't have to get all spicy over here.
No, I think that was a publicity stunt, but that's another conversation. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Refresh my memory.
So they made this video, right? It was like a TikTok, and it was like everything happens at the right time or in God's time or something.
Oh, like yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I don't know. It was like a weird voiceover thing situation. But I don't know. I want to know why people like instantly were like, oh, it's about Selena.
Oh, that one. Okay, because she made another one with la Kylie, ¿no?
Okay, so the one with Kylie, it was okay. So I think that one I kind of know more about.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think with that one, it's because Selena had done like some TikToks and she like overly laminated her eyebrows because she was just like playing around and she even was like, oh, like
whatever. Honestly, that was I'm pretty sure that was.
So then I think Kylie and Hailey or whatever like FaceTimed each other and they did like a close up of their eyebrows or something. Like they laminated them and then like Kylie posted it on her story. So then that one I was like, that one's a little too.
That's sus.
That one's hella sus.
Yeah,
that one's a little suspicious because.
But the other one I feel like it could go both ways. You know,
I feel like it could be misinterpreted.
Yeah.
It could be about it. The timing of it. I honestly, I can't really speak on it too much.
You know what I'm saying? But then you got me into that rabbit hole, bro. Excuse me. Where it's like, all the things that Selena has done.
And then Hailey copies it. And I'm like, ooh.
I'm like, I don't know if you guys were into that rabbit hole of TikTok, but it's like, what in the world?
Dude, I started going down a rabbit hole of that where like all the things were like Selena does it and then Hailey does it. And I'm like, oh my god, even like the tattoo? I was like, that one. What are the chances of you getting the same tattoo?
I don't know, bro.
What are the chances?
Como dijo esa muchacha que puso uno de los videos that most likely Hailey wasn't really going for Justin, but more so
she was just obsessed with Selena. I don't know.
Hey,
but I'm getting some like Mean Girl vibes from.
I don't like Mean Girls.
Yeah, I'm getting like Mean Girl vibes, and
I don't like that.
Yeah,
and then the fact that they lost so many supporters because of that.
Yeah,
like so many fans.
Yeah,
I mean, followers on Instagram
or whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't support Mean Girls.
Me neither.
Take it as it is, but whatever.
I don't like bullies.
Oh, bullies. They have a. Have you ever been bullied?
I feel like that. Girl, are you looking at me? I've been bullied about my weight my entire fucking life.
It's because kids are fucking mean as shit.
Not just me. Like, not just kids. Family members, too.
Oh, yeah. Fucking,
with their little fucking... With their little backhanded comments. Or, like... You know what I think we talked about it in one of the other episodes.
Yeah, we did.
Where we talked about like body dysmorphia and stuff, but like that was one of the main things that I got bullied about when I was a kid. It was because like my weight, like you have no idea. And sometimes I like thinking back at it. Okay, I've been called every name under the fucking moon and sun, right? Like I've been called a whale, I've been called a hippo,
so
I've been called a whale, I've been called a hippo, I've been called fat all the time. I've been called like so many names.
Yeah.
Sometimes even to my face. you know, like some little kids, like, lo dicen, pero así nomás, like, to other people. But no, like, I've been called so many names, even to my face. And that, like, growing up, that was always what I got made fun of. Like, that's always what I got bullied. My weight has always been one of the things that I got bullied about. And for a while, like, I did get insecure about it because it's like, not only was I experiencing, like, the bullies at school, like, where they were making fun of my weight, pero yo también, like, I was also like, I would try to, like, act all tough, right?
Yeah.
I would act all tough or whatever because we're Latinos. Like, we get made fun of all the fucking time. So you got a little bit of a thicker skin.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of thicker skin.
Yeah, your nickname is a fucking...
You're, like, the Latinos will take your biggest insecurity and turn it into your nickname. So,
oh, no.
I'm so glad nobody called me, like, anything, like, in the family, though. Thank God nobody did, because I think I would have popped off on somebody.
Oh, really? My nickname was, like, because also my weight was a big issue. Like, not... Estaba más gordita, estaba más llenita que, like, other, like, girls, like, my age and stuff like that. So, like, desde chiquita, bro, me llamaban gordita. And
oh, my God.
I hated it, but I kind of, like, just laughed through it because... I don't know if you guys have... I wouldn't talk back or anything to anybody who would call me that because my parents were very like, you can't talk to like that to your elders, you know, respeto, whatever. So I just let it pass, you know, like they just kept on calling me that and I hated it.
Family members or at school?
Yeah, no family members.
Oh my God, oh hell no, yeah, no.
And I'm like, no, like it was like one of my biggest insecurities because I would see like all my cousins or like stuff like that, like being so skinny and like I was
and then siempre te comparan, like they always compare you.
Siempre, bro.
And it's so annoying. And it's like, I feel like sometimes they think they're helping you by trying to point it out, like, oh mija, maybe you should like do more sports, like para que bajes un poquito ya, like no te quieres ver bonita para tu quinceañera?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, when I was told that, I was like, so you're saying I'm not pretty because like, how did it go?
Say that?
Like, bitch, I know I'm overweight, but pretty is another thing.
Yes,
like,
gets me my blood boiling, girl. Like, what does that have to do with weight? Like, what does being pretty have to do with? I don't understand. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, but yeah, that's what I got bullied for all the time. It was like my weight.
Your weight.
Yeah, it was mostly my weight that I get made fun of all the time. And I try to act all tough, but low key that shit did hurt.
Yeah, it always hurts, bro.
It hurts a little bit.
Yeah, it hurts a lot. I was a baby, bro. When I got bullied, it was just sucked. I didn't get really, like, I got, like, comments like that about my weight when I was, in kindergarten and stuff like that. Pero no así como, like, yeah, I would brush it off. I was like, whatever. But I started getting really bullied when I moved to Mexico.
Really?
Oh, the kids over there are something else.
Dude, okay. Kids in Mexico are built different.
Yes.
They're built totally different.
No, yeah. So, like, okay, you experience bullying here, whatever. And then I go over there and it's a whole different ballgame. We're talking about, like, life, like, death threats and shit like that. Like,
stop.
Yes. And it was bad to the point that, like, I would purposely miss, like, school and hide in a cave.
Oh my God.
I would hide in a cave because I was so scared of these kids. And keep in mind, I was, in 3rd grade? And these kids were
Wait, pero tú ya hablabas inglés? Like, you spoke really good English and everything, right? By this point?
Yeah.
And you go over there and, like, I know your Spanish is good, but, like, was it, like, well, how did that feel?
It was, es que tú te sabes el español que te enseñan, ¿me entiendes? No es el proper Spanish. You over there, so, like, they know, like, the proper Spanish, the proper everything. So, it was a little bit of adjustment, but I caught up real quick.
Oh, okay.
So,
pero could they tell that you're from el norte?
Well, todos, es que era de un rancho.
Oh,
so,
okay.
They already knew me going in. They already knew me. They already knew my parents. They knew where I came from and everything like that. So there was no era una escuela grande. Es que vivía en el rancho.
Okay.
And todos se conocían. And yeah, bro, like it was to the point where my parents kept on talking to the profesor, which I have him on Facebook. Now we're friends. I know he follows me. But yeah, and they went repeatedly, like many times because it was bad. Like I didn't want to go to school. Like. And I love school. And then to the fact that I didn't want to go to school, I didn't want to do stuff. Like, it was worrisome to them, you know? And I told them, like, I kept on getting death threats. And my aunt...
But what were you getting bullied for? Anything in particular? Or you just...
For being
you?
For being from over here.
Oh, from being over here.
Yeah.
Oh.
From being from over here.
That's kind of dumb.
Right?
Like... Oh, well, I don't like you, or I'm gonna make fun of you because you're from the U.S. Like,
yeah, I honestly, like, there was not really a big reason. It was only because of that.
What kind of bullying though? Because like, have you seen it? Like, there's like physical bullying, like in the movies where they be like tripping people, pushing people, or is it?
I got pushed a couple times.
Okay, because there's that, and then there's also like the verbal.
Yeah, there's a lot more verbal.
There was a lot more.
And I would get like random notes like put in my fucking donde me sentaba and everything, like fucking shit like that. Like,
I just want to know where these kids learn this stuff. Like, porque donde viene eso?
It was very Rosa de Guadalupe style. My bullying was very Rosa de Guadalupe.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it was older kids. Like I said, I was in 3rd grade, and they were in middle school.
Oh my god, that is scary though. That's low-key scary.
It was a lot more older kids.
What?
Oh, I heard something.
Oh, my Crocs.
Oh, they were just like, yeah, and that's the thing that scared me because even if I stood up for myself, these kids were bigger. These kids, like,
yeah,
and it was girls and guys.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, like whatever, but I forgave, but I don't forget.
So when you go back to the rancho, do you see these kids? Like,
or ya están casados todos.
Okay, like they're older now.
Yeah, whatever.
But like, do you remember them?
Yeah.
Like you. Oh.
Yeah, I keep a mental note. It's like I said, I don't know, no es que I hold a grudge or anything, but like I don't forget like the trauma you caused. So
that's wild. I think the only other thing that I was like bullied about was because when I was younger, I used to hang out with more guys than girls. I just feel like I clicked better with guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like the girls were just so mean, like always like talking so negatively about somebody, and I don't know, I just didn't get along with them because the guys were more like laid back, chill, like let's go play, like it was like lighter conversation, and with these girls, like I don't know what it is, but like the girls were so intense, like at least where I went to school. And honestly, I think the reason why some of them were like mean to me is because I got along with the guys, and I think some of those girls liked the guys that I hung out with, and I think it was more like a jealousy thing. Pero yo era un tomboy. Yo me ponía mi Pokemon shirt and like
my mom didn't let me be a tomboy.
And one thing about my mom is that she always gave me freedom to wear whatever I wanted.
I love that.
And I feel like that's why now I'm so much into clothes, because my mom gave me the freedom to like explore what I wanted to wear. Even growing up, like she never picked out my outfits. Yo siempre like yo escogía mis outfits. And sometimes I'd have like, it's so funny, I used to like, if somebody would be like, oh, va a llegar fulano, sutano, whatever, and then I'd be like, oh, me tengo que ir a cambiar, and I would go change into a dress, and I'd be like model, which is so weird. I'd be like modeling. No, pero you can ask my sister. Llegaba a visita, and I'd be like, ¿te gusta mi tilo? my vestido. I'd be like, ¿te gusta mi tilo? I'd be modeling my dresses, and it's so weird because like I went from like, and this is when I was young, okay? I went, and like this is before like I started obviously growing into my body. Like back then, obviously, like I was a kid. I had a kid's body. Like tampoco no era muy llenita. I wasn't too big or anything. Pero like it's so crazy to me, like the confidence that I had as that girl, that like llegaba visita y yo acá cambiándome en un vestido.
That's your inner child.
That's my inner child. Y yo acá bien confident and modeling for people, and I would have these little cute heels que me ponía. Aww. And I fucking loved it, the attention. And now like it's so crazy because like the total opposite has happened. Obviously, as I started to grow and people noticed it, and it's so weird. Like, how do you notice when girls start like they start getting hips, or they start like, you know, like your body is changing as you get older. And it's so weird, like why is an adult focusing on that? Like, why are they looking at that? Like, ever since I was little, eres bien caderona.
Oh my God.
Eres bien caderona. And I'm like, that. It was so weird because like people start pointing that out, and it's like, but you start to get insecure about it because you're like, oh my God, is something wrong with me?
Like, because they say like if it's wrong, like if it's like my body's growing naturally, and you're like pointing these things out that I can't, I don't have control over. Like, first of all, why are you looking, bro?
And that's weird too. Yes. And if it was a male that pointed out your weight, that was even weirder to me. Yeah. Like, looking back at it now, I'm like, why are you looking at a little girl's body?
Cuando estamos like menores, like we no le pensamos así, pero now that we're like, you know, like you look back at it and you're like,
why are you looking? Like, that's a little suspicious.
That's a little sus. But I'm glad your mom let you like wear whatever you wanted, girl, because my mom was a total opposite. She was, te pones lo que yo te voy a escoger y punto cerrado. I don't want to hear anything else because you don't know how to dress yourself. So I never had that freedom to dress myself. I didn't start dressing myself, not gonna even lie to you, till 6th grade. Or maybe like 7th grade.
Really?
Yes. Because I remember I would beg my mom, because you know how skinny jeans came in.
Oh my God, yes, I remember.
My mom would not buy me skinny jeans. She's like, nope, you're not gonna get them. And I'm like, why? And she would like pick out my like.
¿No le gustaban los skinny jeans?
Yeah. She's like, no, you don't need those. And I'm like, what the hell? So.
And it's not like it's not like.
No, but my mom like that. Obviously, she's a lot better now because my sisters pick
all their clothes.
Pick out all their clothes. But with me, I feel like I was a guinea pig. Mm-hmm. So it was like, yo me vestía como ella quería, like how everything was picked out by her.
Yeah.
I didn't have no freedom in that.
Aww.
So yeah, and I would want to buy stuff like, you know, tomboy shit, like Pokemon shirts, because I love Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. And my mom, nope, eso es para niños.
Really?
Yes.
Aww, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I like going to the boys section. I had like a shirt, and my mom me los compraba sin like nothing, and I looked like a little fucking. It was so weird. I found this picture of me, and I'm wearing like these straight leg jeans with like these like boyish looking shoes. My little blue. It was like a royal blue Pokemon shirt, and then I have a little choker. And I like, yo también me peinaba. Oh no, I would not let my mom touch my hair. I would be like, yo me tengo, like I would do my own hair too.
Sí, no.
Pero yeah, she gave me that freedom, and I feel like that's why a lot of like, if you look at all my outfits, it's all over my outfits are not consistent ever.
Yeah. Because
sometimes you'll see me and I'll look like rockera, and then I look like a chola, and then I look hella girly, and like my outfits are all over the place, and it's because I love all of, I don't like one certain style. It's like you like all everywhere, and I was able to explore that.
See, I like all those kinds of style, and then my style is also a little bit everywhere, a little bit more concentrated on like
urban
type thing. But I could go from one to another, you know. I feel like once my mom started picking out my clothes, like
you and bananas.
Yeah, like I literally like I felt more like I could express myself and everything like that. And I think she saw that, and she's like, okay, I need to fix this about myself, because this is toxic parenting type thing. And that's
she took a step back.
Yeah, we love parents that, you know, can acknowledge their toxic traits and actually like. I mean, conmigo, yo lo sufrí, ¿verdad? Pero at least my sisters didn't, you know? And then that's okay with me. Because now my baby sister, bro, I don't like that. No. She's like, okay. And then, because my mom, conmigo, I always had to wear pink. Pink and purples and girl stuff, like girl colors. Because, you know, how Mexican parents, whatever. And that's not, my favorite color was blue.
Aww.
My favorite color was blue, and I couldn't wear blue because my mom didn't let me like, because it was a boy color.
Oh my God, it's so crazy to me.
Yeah, dude. And then después, I don't know. I don't care anymore, and like anything like that. And I'm glad she grew from it, but it's like I wish that little girl back then could have like expressed herself that way, because I love clothes. I love dressing up. I love like stylish and styling clothes. So yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad that your mom was able to like recognize that, because hay veces los papás like son bien, ¿cómo se dice? Like cerrados, like their way or the highway, or like que this is how I grew
They
up.
still like that sometimes, but with certain topics, pero sí. They're like, especialmente los mexicanos son bien tercos.
Yes.
Bien tercos, bro. Like,
well, this is how it's always been, like,
so it's gonna continue.
So it's gonna keep being like this. So I love when parents, as adults, can acknowledge their like toxic. Last episode can acknowledge their toxic traits and like grow, because I've definitely seen my mom also grow in a lot of areas too. She was a little bit more liberal with like her parenting style, but I think it came more from I think she felt bad because she worked so much and she wasn't there for us.
Que no te quería hacer, like,
she didn't want us to feel like, I don't know, I think she just felt bad. She was more liberal, like nos compraba, like, you know, do you remember when like apple bottoms were the thing, baby fat, like the boots with the fur?
Yes.
So, and like my mom always made it happen. Like I remember we would go back to school shopping y nos compraba like todo nuevo, nos compraba baby fat, apple bottoms, what was Rockaware?
Oh my God, Rockaware, bro.
Nos compraba
what's
todo.
What's the other one? Fubu, what is it? Something with the F.
Something with an F. Ay, no me acuerdo.
I don't know, but
yeah, she would buy us all that stuff. Like she would make it happen. I also think that's why she got into a lot of credit card debt. But I think it came from a place of like, I feel bad because I can't be there with you girls and spend that, like, be a mother to you
like,
guys. So she would compensate by like being a more liberal, like let us go out with friends. She would like buy us what we wanted, and to a point, you know. I also grew up on Maruchan and like frozen burritos, but that's another story. But to an extent. But like, for example, like clothes, she always she pulled through because she know me and my sister are really into like that kind of stuff. But you know what? It's already that 30-minute mark.
So we'll be...
Qué rápido se pasó.
I know, super fast.
So we'll be right back. We're gonna take a brief break.
A brief
break. A brief break, guys. All right,
we're back.
And we are back.
Hi guys.
Why are you so awkward?
I'm awkward
because you're like, hi guys, and then you just.
I was waiting for you to talk because it seemed like you were gonna say something because you said hi guys.
No, I was saludando a our friends.
Ay, no. Estamos bien mal, bro.
Y eso que no, we're not drinking.
I know.
Anyways, ¿dónde nos quedamos? Oh, we're talking about our moms.
Yeah. And wearing clothes. I don't even know how we got there.
How do we go from talking about it's March
Jelena
to Jelena and Hailey que bullying clothes and
I don't know, bro, but it's just rolling.
It's rolling. It's rolling. So I mean, it's funny, guys, because sometimes like we'll be like, hey, we should talk about this and that, and then sometimes we're like going and then it goes like this. And it goes like totally left field, and then
you thought
you
had a plan. No,
you thought you had a plan.
Especially when we like, because it's like some potty days we actually list out like, exactly what we're gonna talk about. So even though we go a little bit sideways, we'll come right back.
Yeah, we always pull back.
There's days like these that we give ourselves like maybe like 1 or 2 topics and we're just like freestyle.
All right, freestyle, which I'm terrible at.
Which Angel hates.
I hate freestyling. I like to have an idea of what we're gonna talk about. I'm a planner. That's me.
And I'm very go with the flow. I'm like, Angel, we've had conversations. It's just gonna flow.
But like, you know what? Okay, so I feel like I'm such a planner because growing up, I feel like my life was so unpredictable.
Damn, yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like my life was so unpredictable in a sense of like, if people like knew what I fucking went through as a kid, like, it's just like, I feel like like the sense of uncertainty was always there growing up, and so like now like I get that anxiety of like I literally whenever we're gonna have like podcast days where we get together, even if we're just gonna plan research, like we have days where we plan research days. It's on my calendar. I gotta put it on my calendar.
Yes, I gotta tell her in advance. She's like, Edith, you gotta tell me because she has to know.
And I'm like, I know you're idea of where where, when.
And I'm very, like I said, I'm very good with the flow. And then maybe it's because since I was a kid, everything got taken care for me. So I never had to worry about shit. You get me?
No,
Like,
for me,
everything go with the flow. I'm like, it's gonna work out. It's gonna go good. It's gonna flow.
And like now as an adult, like I know that that's something like I know that like
it's a good trait. But
it
can also
is
be a little toxic.
But it could be toxic. And I know that because it's like me being able to plan everything and like I'm very like I like to be organized. I'm such a planner. But I think it also stems from like the anxiety and it's just like having control over my life. It's that like because growing up, like, my life was so kind of unpredictable that, like, it just, like, gave me anxiety of, like...
Yeah, y ahora que eres una adulta, you're like, I can control so much, so why am I not going to control, like, as much as I can?
But it can also be, like, toxic in a lot of ways because it's kind of like... If, like, sometimes when shit does not go my way, like, me desespera, and like, I'd be like, ugh! Like, I should have already been out of here, like, 10 minutes ago because my next appointment is at this time, like, if I have appointments or whatever, like, I have my days planned out sometimes. So, like, when stuff is not going how it's supposed to, like, it really bugs me. It really bugs me. Like, I cannot just be like, all right, we're going to just go with the flow. Like, that gives me anxiety. Like, the unknown and the uncertainty. That's why, like, I feel like a lot of ways, I think that's why Val and I balance each other because he's very, like, like that. And I think that's why we also probably got along too because we kind of, I feel like we balance each other in a lot of ways. Because sometimes... He's more like chill, like just enjoy the moment, like.
And I'm like that.
And I'll just be like over here, like squeezing my butt cheeks.
But it's enjoying the moment.
And then I'm like, I'm enjoying the moment.
I fucking can't.
Pero los nervios de que like I'm like, but what are we gonna do next? What's the plan? Like, how are we gonna get there? What's the parking situation? What's the weather gonna be like?
Oh my god!
I look at all these things.
I'm just like, we're going. This place cool. And lo que pasa en la noche, like whatever rolls out, it rolls out. I'm good with that. Very different. Very different. Pero como tú dices, the planning thing, like it could be, it's really good trait, but it could also be toxic. Yeah. Right. And I feel like my thing, like go with the flow, could be a good trait because no me afecta mucho, but it could also be toxic because then I'm just.
Do you feel it's organized sometimes?
Yeah, a lot of times, and it kind of gives me anxiety. But then I talk to myself, I'm like, it's okay.
It's okay.
Life is like I've been on this thing where it's like I don't take life so seriously. It's like life, and I just gotta enjoy it. So, I mean, before it did affect the shit out of me. I would have constant anxiety, pero like. Yeah, con la vida aprendo y todo eso, but like I said, it could also be a toxic trait because procrastination, the queen. I am the queen of procrastination. No se me ha quitado desde que estaba chiquilla. I don't know why. Like, I can't. Yeah. Like, now
but, like, let's say you're going to go somewhere or whatever. Like, no te importa what the weather's going to be like, what the parking situation's going to look like. Like, do you not care about, like, all these factors?
I mean, of course, the weather, I just be like, it's raining? Okay, cool. Maybe I want to throw on a jacket or something, but, like...
Pero no vas preparada? Like, do you go prepared?
Not, like...
Because I would, like, being prepared like that.
Like, I'll take a jacket if it's cold, Angel. But a hoe's gonna be a hoe. I'm just kidding. But... I don't know, like, how, like, eso es lo único que le pienso. Okay, I'm like, okay, it's a little cold. It just pop my head out. Okay, we're good. But I don't, like, when it comes to parking, I get more anxiety when I'm actually driving. Mm-hmm. Because I have to worry about where the fuck I'm gonna park and shit. Okay. But that's, like, the most. Okay. That's it. Other than that, get me to the fucking, as long as I'm on the table and I can order myself a drink, I'm good.
I'm also the type to look up the menu. Oh yeah. Before we go somewhere to eat, I'm not.
I'm like, it was good. It seemed good on TikTok. Like I saw it on TikTok. I'll find something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of person too that I know I will always find something that I like, but I have to have a general idea of what the food is gonna be like because también a veces me da ansiedad, like to those people that take forever to look at the menu. Yeah. I don't want to be that person. I'm that person that's like ya tengo en mente kind of like what I want. Yeah. So when I get there, it's kind of like order drinks. All right, I'm actually ready to order my meal. Can we just
Hurry up.
Pero es que también tengo eso that, like, the constant of, like, let's move, let's go.
You see, you're on that hustle.
Like...
Hustle. Like, siempre... Like
and it's honestly affected me so much to the point where, like, because, like, I don't know about you, I'm almost certain this happened to you, but, like, do you ever feel like growing up you couldn't be bored?
God.
You were not allowed to be bored.
Like, es estar aburrido. My parents do not know that. Don't know what aburrido is.
Parents don't know. Latino parents don't know what. Like, it's just like, you cannot say you're bored because they're like, pues ponte a limpiar.
Ponte a lavar los trastes.
Like, there's always something to do.
Ponte a lavar la ropa, no sé. Like, ponte afuera a contar los pájaros. Yo no sé. Like, my parents.
Yeah, like, and at one point it's like, go clean your walls.
I know. My wall.
Mom. Scrub the walls.
No, like, yeah, Latino parents do not know what bored or being bored is because they're always like this because since they were little, that's how.
But you know what? También tiene que ver with, like, excuse
trauma.
me. I think it's their trauma too. Like, well, not just that, but, like, you think, like, they come to the United States, right? And they're on hustle mode. Mm-hmm. They're like, I gotta make it happen. Also, they gotta make the bills. They gotta make rent. So constantly, they have to be, like, on hustle mode where, like, ni tienen tiempo to think. They don't have the time to, like, really sit back and think about, like, process stuff. And I feel like a lot of times that's probably why they don't realize that they have mental health issues. That's probably why they don't know they're depressed.
And
that's
like,
probably
what is anxiety? Eso no existe. Well, that was my parents before. Now they're, like, a lot more lenient.
Or like tampoco, like, they don't have. Do your parents have hobbies? Really? Because my mom doesn't. Her hobby, if you ask her now, ¿qué te gusta? Because, okay, so she had to fill out this form of, like, what's your hobby for this thing that she had to do.
Candy Crush?
Okay, but like...
Oh, my mom's not on it anymore. But
you know what I mean? It's like my mom had to fill out this thing and it was like, what are your hobbies? And she's like, pues me gusta relajarme. And I'm like, no, that's what you like to do when you're not working because you're tired. And she's like, pues me gustan ver películas, which I guess, like, watching movies could be a hobby, but, like, it comes from a place of, like, her wanting to, like, rest and having peace. Yeah. That's where it comes from. It doesn't come because, like, oh, she's just always been passionate about I mean, she could be passionate about movies, but, like, no. She'd probably like, oh, they could have done this differently.
See, my mom's hobby is Netflix series. She fucking loves those. She could be going through them like this. Está limpiando y ahí anda con su Netflix series. Like,
pero está limpiando. So this is the point that I'm trying to make, right? So as an adult now, because I couldn't be bored before, right? So, like, I couldn't be bored. I had to be like, eso se me pegó eso que es always have to be doing something, right? So me pegó eso. So as an adult now, it is very hard for me to sit and relax and unwind because in the back of my head, I'm always like, why are you sitting down and watching them when you could be cleaning your toilets? Like, it's in the back of my head constantly. Like, you could be cleaning your toilets.
Yes.
You could be scrubbing the fucking tub, or you could be, like, there's always something to do around the house.
Exactly.
So, but it's just like, I feel like yo me quedé con ese trauma de que, like, it's always in the back of my head, and I feel almost guilty for. It's like I almost feel guilty for, like, trying to relax.
Bro, that was me. You know what? You fucking unlocked something, bro. That was me before therapy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, I would feel very guilty when I relaxed because I was like, you could be doing something else. Mm-hmm. Why are you, like, resting? Like, you literally could be doing, what are you doing to better yourself? I was on this, like, thing, like, what's the next thing? Come on, why aren't you working on it? Like, but therapy helped me a lot with that, and I became a lot more.
I've been able to, like, self-heal. I like I said, I haven't gone to therapy, but I feel like I was able to acknowledge that. I think maybe like a couple years ago, actually, I was able to acknowledge that.
At least you acknowledged it by yourself. I didn't acknowledge that until I started going to therapy, and she's like, girl,
really?
you got some Mexican issues right there.
Yeah, and I think it is a Latino thing because when you're always on hustle mode, like, it's always go, and, like, or, like, I've met people who legit they cannot sit through a movie porque les da ansiedad, or, like,
that's my dad, bro.
No, they cannot sit down in front of a TV and unwind and relax because they're like, ay, no, es que tengo, like, they feel like they gotta get up and do something, and, like, your mom, like you just said, se pone a limpiar and watching TV. But I think it comes from that mentality of, like, you almost feel guilty for sitting down and relaxing. And, like, you kind of have to be on, and like my mom constantly, I always got to tell her that even she loves relaxation and watching movies, pero like sometimes she'll be like, ay no, es que tengo que ponerme limpia, and she'll like get up and she'll start cleaning or she'll start cooking.
They don't know how to relax.
They don't know how to relax, and I feel like that's something that they need to learn. And obviously we're over here we're trying to break generational cycles, right? And I feel like I got to the point, I think it was like a couple years ago, I got to the point where I was like, I need to learn. It sounds stupid, almost silly, to say that I have to learn how to relax.
It sounds stupid because I feel like a lot of Latinos, and especially first gens, like, know how that feels. Like, we feel that guilt of, like, relaxation because, of course, like, our parents, como tú estabas diciendo, they came to this country and they've been on the go since then. Like, you know, like, no, nonstop. So we kind of, like, see them doing that. And they kind of reflect that on us, and we're also like that. So in order, y vivimos ya en una generación where it's like, you know, we want to work on those traumas. We want to heal those traumas so that way we're not passing them on. So like in the process of healing, it's like you're feeling guilty too, and it's like you have to cope with both, and it sucks.
It really does.
It sucks. It takes a lot of work and like, I mean, a lot of work and time, to be completely honest.
Yeah, and also too, I feel like, because I constantly be like, I could be doing so much better. Like, I feel like, yo misma, like, it was just so much of, like, me talking negatively to myself, because I'd be like, girl, why are you being lazy? Like, and and it's crazy to think that you think, even, I don't know, but, like, even as a kid, too, being, like, relaxing was connected to being lazy.
Oh my God, yes.
And then, like, I'd be laying down in bed, and, like, I've dead has been called a cow. Me dicen, pareces vaca y acostada todo el día. I'm just like, me out here in the fields.
Me out here in the field.
Acostada. But no, like, it feels that way. Like, sometimes I'd be like trying to have a relaxing day, like, and it's crazy because Val and I tell each other every time, hey,
I know you always have today I'm gonna relax.
Today I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna do nothing, and I'm out doing shit. Like, or
it sucks because too, like, our work consumes a lot.
Yes.
So that's the thing about it. Because I honestly learned how to relax a lot more once I quit my job. Because I feel like con el trabajo, ya ocupas 5 días de esa semana, right? And the other 2, it's literally catching up on everything of life.
It really is, because it's like you got Monday through Friday, right? This is my week. Monday through Friday, we go to the gym, work out, potty stuff. Then comes Friday. Friday rolls around, and I'm just like, I have to unwind from the work day and the week that I just had. So I don't feel like doing shit on Friday night sometimes. That's why I feel like a grandma. Like, I just want to be home and I want to unwind from the week. I
literally just want to lay in bed and just be there. But I mean, a veces salimos.
Yeah, you know? a veces salimos. I'll squeeze it in, and we won't go out till like 10 o'clock at night, or like whatever, right? So then Saturday rolls around, and that's like my appointment day. That's when I was like, okay, I gotta go get my nails done, or I gotta do this, or I gotta do it. Like, todo lo que no pude hacer entre la semana, like everything I couldn't do it through the week, I have to do it on Saturday, right? Like, oh, my oil change. Well, actually Val does it now, but like, I'll be like, oh, I gotta do this. Like, you know, like the little errands you gotta run or whatever. And then Sunday rolls around, right? And then Sunday rolls around, and it's like, now I gotta prepare mentally and physically for the next week. So I did not have a single day for me.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I said, like, I didn't have like that complete relaxation until I quit my job, because then I had my whole schedule cleared, and it's like, okay, and I learned how to like relax and just have days where I just
honestly, I feel like when you quit your job, and I see it too a lot, it's like I feel like that's when you healed a lot.
Yes,
I feel like, and I could tell the difference between
because you were with me through the whole fucking journey.
Yeah,
right?
And so like you then and you now, it's like totally it's a different Edith.
Like, that's crazy. Like last year, like I was literally like completely different. This time around,
it's progress.
I know.
And you were able to heal, I feel like, a lot of parts of yourself.
Yeah.
And like I think it's hard because like we're in like, I feel like being in the US, it's constant like go here in the US too. Yeah. And we get caught up in like our jobs, or like if you're married, kids, whatever.
And you put all those traumas in the back burner, but you don't know how much they're affecting you until you're like
once you like sit down and really have to like reflect and think about everything.
Exactly. Or like sometimes you're like, for example, hustle. They'll catch up to you. They'll come like that. Like when you least expect it, and then you're like, shit, my life is a fucking mess. In the middle of like having a full-time job and everything like that. Like that's kind of how it happened to me. I'm just like, oh shit. Yeah. Like what the fuck am I doing? Quit my job and I'm thankful go for it.
No. Finish with
I'm thankful that I have my parents very, very supportive, because I don't know about you, but I know a lot of Latino parents that are like, no trabajas, no, like, no estás haciendo nada, like,
no seas huevona.
Yeah, no seas huevona, no seas, like, you know?
Yeah.
And my parents were very supportive.
I'm glad.
With me, like, taking my time and, you know, just finding myself and everything.
I'm glad that they were like that, though, because it's just like, you just seem so much more genuinely happy. Yeah. You know, like, instead of like forcing yourself and you like, I'm happy today, and then inside you're like, it doesn't feel like it.
I know, exactly. Yes. And that's how it was a lot, like, you know, like I had done so much work to heal myself, and the healing never stops. That's the thing about it. Like healing never stops. It changes. It's kind of like love, you know, it just changes. And I was like, okay, I've healed so much, why am I still not happy? And then I was like, oh shit, like
there's more.
Yeah, there's so much
that you have to unpack.
You know what? I need to take this time for me and just back away from everything and just focus on myself.
Yeah. And I'm glad you did that. Yeah. Because then there was me who like 2 years, I think it was like 2 years ago or a year ago. No, I think it was like 2 years ago actually. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. So this, I don't know how I got to the point. I think I was just I was so stressed out from work that it was consuming me. Like to the point where I'd wake up hyperventilating in the middle of the night. Or I would be in the shower thinking about work and what I have to do and this and that. And like your mind shit, I forgot to do this. I forgot to call this person back. I forgot to do this. I forgot to contact this provider. And like thinking of all these things that I have to do.
But your work only pays you from 9 to 5.
Exactly.
It doesn't pay you for everything.
8 to 5.
8 to 5.
With an hour lunch.
8 to 5.
But like they're only paying me, but like they're taking up my mental space.
You're overworking your mental and not being compensated.
And that's when I was like, I need to take a step back. And I remember, you know, I did a few things to try and take a step back. And I remember I was like, okay, so I'm gonna because you know we get like for my jobs, me working in like the industry that I do, we get holidays off and stuff like that. So we got like Thanksgiving off and Black Friday off. Yeah. Okay. So then I remember I requested to have that Monday.
I get that too. I never got Black Friday off.
But so we got that off, and then I get like, so I requested Monday through Wednesday so I can have a whole week off. I was like, and I'm not gonna do shit. I was like, I remember I told myself, I was like, no voy a hacer nada. I was like, I'm gonna fucking force myself to relax.
You said you were just gonna read and that's it.
Yeah, well, I didn't read. I watched La Reina del Flow.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what happened. I was like, I'm not going to give any excuse. I'm not going to give myself any excuses to feel guilty for relaxing, because I remember I would come home from work stressed out, then come home, be stressed out because of all the stuff I got to do.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a cycle, right? So I realized, I was like, why... ¿Por qué me molesta tanto to sit down and relax? I was like, that is not healthy. It is not healthy to feel guilty about relaxing. It is not. So I remember I told myself, I was like, I'm going to get this week off and I don't want to do shit. I was like, and I straight up, I had to set up some boundaries. So I went to like all my loved ones and I told them, I'm going to have this whole week off. Do not call me unless it's an emergency. I was like, if there's an emergency, call me.
Other than that, don't hit me up.
But don't hit me up. I straight up told everybody. I was like, I'm putting my phone on D&D. I'm not going to be on it. I'm going to just take this week off. And I was like, and I need to relax. I need to relax. And so I did exactly that. Actually, no, it started the week before I went on vacation. I assigned, I planned everything.
She planned it out.
I planned
it out still.
I planned it out. I was like, okay, I'm going to clean this part of the house this day. Y así cada día tenía un task. That way, by the time my vacation rolled around, the whole house was clean. Spotless. The house was spotless, and I straight up told Val, don't fucking dirty anything unless you're gonna clean it. Because ya limpié yo, and I don't want you to dirty it because I want to relax. I want to relax because then when I'm relaxing and sitting down, there's not a single thought in my head of like, oh, I have to do this. Yeah. Oh, I have to do that. I have to run this errand. No. Because ya lo hice. Yeah. Ya lo hice todo la semana. That week.
You prepared.
I prepared. That whole week before, I prepared for every scenario. I was like, what can possibly go, like, what can I think about that's going to make me feel guilty about not relaxing? So I did everything I could.
I love that because you recognize how you feel. Yes. And the guilt that you felt. And you're like, you know what? I want to relax. So how can I relax without that little voice coming into my head? Exactly. You know?
And that's what I did. And that whole vacation, I did not think about nothing of cleaning, nada. I didn't even feel guilt. A part of me did kind of feel like something feels off. Yeah. Algo como que me estaba molestando. Like, I did feel a little off. But I had
to turn that voice down.
I turned it off. And it was so perfect because the second season of La Reina del Flow came out. Dude, 84, I think it's like 88 episodes. Me las eché en esa semana. Because that's all I did was as soon as I woke up, went down to my couch, me acosté, had my snacks, and I watched La Reina del Flow all 88 episodes before my vacation ended.
Holy shit, bro!
And that's all I did. I just put my phone on D&D. Nadie me molestó. My sister still texted me every now and then, but I would text her back on Angel Time, and honestly, it was one of the best vacations I've had.
And it reset you.
And it reset me. Yes, it reset me. And that's when I was like, I'm so glad that I did that. And it also made me realize that I should not feel guilty. Yeah, I need to do it more often. And I should, and I need to do it again.
You need to do it again. I need to do it again. You know that.
I think we're getting there, but I was like, you shouldn't feel guilty, friends, for wanting to relax. Because I know that, like, growing up, you're go.
Yeah. And, like, okay, so, and you saw two extremes right here. Like, you get me? Like, eso de relaxing, you know, like, and unwinding and working on yourself and everything. Like, I went to the extreme of quitting my job and taking off, like, 6-7 months, you know? But it could also be to the point where it's like, maybe you don't have to quit your job. You could take a week off, you know? Just
And I planned it, and the way that I did is I planned it out so that it was a week off, but I only technically took off 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So, it's like, you just gotta make it work because at the end of the day, you gotta put yourself first and like work on those kind of things. Yeah.
Like, how do you? It's just because también like you gotta work on your mental health and like todo lo que está pasando aquí because how do you?
It's a reflection. Like your whole life.
Your whole life is a reflection of what's going on in here. Your whole life is a reflection of what's going on in here.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And what's going on?
It's a mess.
Yeah. If for the
it's a mess,
if you're not on YouTube, I was pointing to my head. Your whole life is a reflection of what's going on in your head.
Yeah, definitely. And I can definitely see that because like from how my life was before and a year ago, like a whole mess. My life was a whole mess. Like even though from the outside, somebody looking into my life would probably be like, girl, you got a hella together. You got your own house. You got a great job. You got a new car. Like you got
everything. You check all the boxes.
Yeah, I check all the boxes. But mentally, I was a fucking mess. Like I was not there. And I saw like my life differently, you know. I saw it like I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'm like no está bien, like
and that's the thing too, like I like how you brought up that point because from the outside looking in, it's like you can look like you have it all and you got it together and you look like a boss ass bad bitch, but then in here it feels totally different. Yes, and it's like it's not worth making your life seem so perfect if it doesn't feel good inside.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Snap on that. And it took me a while to realize. It didn't take me till I realized that last year when I was like, okay, I need a good paying job. I'm gonna work towards that. Got it. I need a house. What's the next thing? Got it. I need a new car. Got it. And I was like, oh shit.
But it still doesn't feel good inside.
Yeah.
You still felt like, what the fuck is, you know?
Yeah, why am I still unhappy if I'm accomplishing such big goals at my age? Like, well, what's... And then that's when I was like, you know what? I need to take a step back. I need to rethink everything.
And that's because we're so on the go that we don't take the time to heal like our inner child traumas, like,
and that's the thing.
Yeah, we don't take the time to heal our inner child, like all the traumas like that you grew up. And like even if you think back and you're like, my life wasn't so bad, but it's like you don't realize like, honestly,
I erased some things from, you know what? I don't know if you've realized that or like done this, but there's certain things like in this time that I've had to rest, the time that I remember things from my childhood that I completely have forgot and turned off, like traumatic things because of giving myself time and just contemplating what the fuck is in here. Like, it's just crazy how those little things que no te acordabas que así de niño, whatever traumas, it doesn't have to be the worst thing ever, you know? But it's just like these little traumas affect your adulthood.
And there's a lot of things that I went through that, like, hasta la fecha, sometimes I still think about them and I'm like, fuck, I know I need to work on that. I haven't taken the time to step back. Like, I've reflected a lot, and I constantly reflect all the time. Like, even I have like 5 minutes here, like if I'm on the toilet, you know, like, you know, I reflect a lot.
It's time. Whatever.
But I have not taken the time, like, así como tú, like, where you took off like 6-7 months, and I feel like it's not a light switch. It's not gonna happen overnight. No. And so, like, I know, girl, there's a whole lot going on in my head that I need to, like, right now it feels like a jumble of mess in there.
Yeah, and it feels like, for me, it felt like 100 voices, like, just speak, like, no se callaban, like,
and that's me.
This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, like, what's happening,
and like all these little memories popping up, and that I'm just like, fuck, I haven't dealt with you yet. I'm gonna get to you, I promise.
And there's still things that I still have to work on, but honestly, like, como te dije, I took the time off. I explored my inner child. I connected with her again, and it's like those voices went from 100 to like maybe like a couple more manageable voices.
That's good. Sometimes, you know what my head feels like? Have you seen that episode of SpongeBob where, like, in his brain there's a whole bunch of SpongeBobs and they're all,
oh my god, yes,
and they're all running around file cabinets. Yeah, so
yes.
Sometimes when people talk to me about something, I'm like, hold on, I was like, I have to go to that file cabinet. Like, I think I told that to Chelsea one time. I was like, hold on, my head has to go to that file cabinet because, like, right now it's a mess in there. Like, it is, and it really be feeling like that sometimes. And like, I have acknowledged a lot of like my inner child stuff that needs to be healed and my traumas that need to be healed, and they're in the back of my head. They're there. Like, I know
it's
like
a list of to-do. Like,
yes, it's a to-do list that I have in my head, and I feel like slowly I've been going through them, like poquito a poquito, you know. And like, one thing about this podcast, I feel like it's been very, very therapeutic to like bring up and like talk about things, because it also makes me realize it's actually unlocked a few things that I'm like, oh, maybe I need to put that on the list. I need to put that on the list.
That's on priority.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. I need to take more R&R.
I think you do.
Yeah.
Especially from the rough start of this year. I feel like you haven't given yourself time.
Yeah.
I feel like you do have to do that.
I do.
So
I'm gonna plan on it. Pero ya estamos a la hora, friends. Qué rápido se fue.
I know.
Dude, this se va así.
It goes super fast. Like, I'm like, oh shit. En mis pinches eyelashes, I was like, no los puedo ver si dice una hora o dos. Guys, so I decided to put on eyelashes on today, right? But it was just, I used to put them on like a fucking pro, and today I was just like struggling. So, si me ven así diciéndoles hola con el pinche eyelash.
Dude, you know what that reminded me? Have you seen that funny ass meme? It says, this is why girls always picking the wrong dudes, and it's because the eyelashes are in the way.
Oh my god,
I was like, this is why girls always picking the wrong guys, and it's because like they can't see through their eyelashes.
Me before.
Oh my god. Okay, pero ya llegamos. It's the end of this episode. It was a good talk.
Yeah.
For something that wasn't very planned.
Yeah.
It made me a little anxious. Yeah. But we're okay. We're healing that.
We gotta trust ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, friends, it was a good time. So I hope you guys have a great March. We'll see you guys next Monday.
Next episode.
Which is Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be a Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
All right. Ya nos vamos. All right. Anyways.
Bye.
Adiós. Bendiciones. Besitos.
Bye.
Adiós.